What's good? It's your boy Flo Da Bo. I'm here today to talk to y'all about my 2009 BMW 535i xDrive and ways you can save yourself money so you ain't got to spend that excessive bread at the shops. I always suggest that you practice proper safety procedures so you don't injure yourself or damage your vehicle. I will be going over some things that I've already changed on the car and some things I will be changing in the near future. So stay tuned. Euro Whipz. And there she is, my 2009 BMW 535i xDrive. I do have a couple things that I will be having a shop do that I don't really want to get into. I am going to be changing the battery. It does need a new battery. There's times where it doesn't want to start, but then other times it starts up. So, but if it doesn't start, I just have to jump it. But I will be putting a battery in it soon. But I'm putting it in the shop because one, I have a transfer case issue with my four-wheel drive, so I had to unplug the actuator dealing with my four-wheel drive and put the vehicle into rear-wheel drive because it was having issues. And that's one of the reasons why my passenger side axle right here was broke. I'll be showing y'all where the axles are located pretty soon in this video. I will also be attempting to buff out some of these little scratches and nicks in my paint. Haven't got around to it yet, but I will be buffing some of those out. As you can see, I got a few things, people opening the doors and scratches. So I will be getting some compound and some type of clay compound or whatnot and buffing out a lot of these scratches. And I'm gonna fix her up. She's gonna be tip-top shape when I get done with it, probably by the end of this summer. I will be replacing the windshield on this vehicle because, as you can see right here, it all started right here with this little crack. If you can see that crack right there, it was just a circle. And then I procrastinated, and it since has spread all the way across the windshield. You see that? All the way to the passenger side. And it also moved down. So when you get a little, when your chip starts off as a little chip, before it does this, you definitely want to get it filled. They have ways where they can, like I think they epoxy it or something, but they fill it, the chip with whatever it is, they fill it with, and it keeps it from cracking like this. So to handle that type stuff when you first get it. Well, one of the first issues that I had on this 2009 535i xDrive is the coolant system. And the coolant system, as you can see, this is the fill reservoir. There's a hose that leads from here all the way under here. I had to take these bolts out. All these bolts holding this plate down. I had to remove all those, and there's one there all the way across, and then under here there's a plastic pipe that runs on top of your radiator. Well, mine had basically just due to years of and age of the car, wear and tear and weather, it had basically disintegrated. It crumbled when I barely touched it, so I had to replace that line. And so that was one of the first issues I had with the vehicle. I did have a shop install the new reservoir because at that time I wasn't sure how to bleed the system, but I've since then watched a video on how to bleed the system. So pretty much I also had to these are things I changed already, my bad. I already had to remove this whole air system right here, and I had to get down to what is called my crankshaft positioning sensor, which is under the intake. The intake is located right here under my air box. Some people think it's easier to take the intake apart, and I didn't. In my case, I found it easier to go around the intake because it wasn't as time consuming. But you know, however you feel like you need to do it, that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? These are what is known as your cabin filters inside here. There's a filter in here, filter in this side. I will be changing those. I haven't changed those yet, but I will be getting to those soon. But you definitely want to change those because your cabin filters, they not only help the vehicle smell better on the inside, it also helps airflow through, and you also would be removing allergens or any type of dirt that's trapped up in your filter. So you definitely want to stay up on that and keep them changed. Your air filter is located in here. You definitely got to keep that changed so your motor can breathe. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to stay up on the tune-ups on your car. You know what I'm saying? This right here, this little guy right here, which I had to replace. That guy right there, that's my mass airflow sensor. I had to change that. And there's another one on the bottom of this hard pipe right here, back in the back, that I have to change. I will be changing that one next. Another issue that I ran into was the this oil line right here. This oil line here, running right here and going right to here. This piece right here that's connected to the oil filter housing thing, that line sprung a leak. So I did have to watch a video on how to change that. That goes right up into there, if y'all can see, up into where the radiator is. But yeah, I had to change that. So wasn't that bad. Didn't lose a lot of oil. But yeah, those are some common things that you're gonna run into. There's a sensor. These wires, you can't really see it that well, but that's, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was my cam positioning sensor, cam shaft positioning sensor, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I had to change that sensor right there. So yeah, I mean, there's a few things that you're definitely gonna want to check out. Like when you go to buy one of these cars, these are some things that you could just look for to see if sometimes you can't see things visually bad, but it's worth checking them out and seeing if you see anything bad or any like broken wires or something like that, because any wires that's exposed, loose, or broken may become an issue, you know what I'm saying, with the age of the vehicle. So you definitely want to stay up on that. I did a tune-up. These are my coils, you know what I'm saying? And so I did change the coils and the plugs on the vehicle. That's why the cover's off of it. So I did that. You got those running all the way back there. Should be 6 of them. And I did change those and tune the vehicle up when I last changed the oil. Right here, it's your oil filter. So, you know what I'm saying, don't go on the bottom looking for it because it won't be there. You know what I mean? Power steering fluid. I still gotta do some work on that because as you can see, I got a leak right there, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that. I will be watching a video on that soon. Going to the underneath of the car, I apologize about the echo, but I had to change this part right here that you can see. This bar back here in the back. Let's see if I can get to it. Right there. That's your axle. And I had to replace the axle on this side and that side over on the passenger side. This vehicle is an all-wheel drive vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So one of my axles was broke, and I went ahead and just replaced both of the front axles. I also replaced this bar here, right there, and that's my lower control arm. And I also replaced that. And you take it loose there, if you can see, There's a bolt up here. You remove that after you've already used your safety measures by jacking the vehicle and blocking the wheels, chalking the wheels. And you end up in here. I'm not sure exactly what you see. Let's see if I can swing it around a little bit for you. But there's another bolt up in there. You probably can't see it too well. Let's see. There's another bolt up in there. Once you remove those two parts, you can take this. You can remove this bar right here. Get a lower control arm, and you can install it. It's not that difficult. It's really not that hard. Just make sure that you get everything back on there and don't strip any nuts or bolts. Now, as I go inside the vehicle, right here under the seat, you pop the seat up like this. And I'm not sure if y'all can really see that well, but under here is the fuel tank. It's up inside here in this cover. I'm not gonna take it all the way loose because I don't want to have to redo it again. But that's how you get to the fuel tank, to your fuel pump, rather. Is by popping that seat up. You know what I'm saying? And that would be where you want to go if you're having fuel pump issues. Is under the back seat, so that made that kind of convenient. So I didn't have to drop the tank. You know what I'm saying? She hasn't been a bad car, a very good car. I mean, you know, all cars with age. She's a 09, so all cars with age. And I bought it used, so some people don't keep, you know, their cars up. But I mean, I really haven't had too many problems with her, other than, you know, routine maintenance. Besides the fact of that transfer case going bad. The transfer case may just need fluid too. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna let the shop tell me on certain issues, certain things. I don't, you know, things like that need to be programmed. I won't get into those because I don't have the proper equipment to program it. I'm sure I could, because I've watched a video on how to program things to the vehicle, but I just don't have the proper equipment to do it, so I'm not gonna get into it. But I did, one thing I did do is take these headlights out, and I changed the color of my headlights, and I will be changing these right here, the color of my fog lights. So once I do some, you know, just some cosmetics to it and a few little minor maintenance things, you know, she'll be tip-top shape again, like I said, very pristine. That concludes another video. I can't stress enough, safety first. Always follow the proper procedures. And if it's something you don't know, let the professionals handle it. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the video. I'm out. Whipz. Got you on camera, say cheese, bitch.